Well, the holiday season is here and it's time to think about our outside decorating. I'm RaDeana.
I'm Liz and you're watching RaDeana and Liz Uncut.
This is our first episode of this fun webisode that we plan to do here. And today joining us, with her expertise of course, because we don't have that kind of expertise, is Evelyn Patterson, and she's going to teach us how to make a beautiful urn. Thanks for joining us today, Evelyn.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
So what are we going to do? How do we start out? How does this happen?
Okay, first of all, you have to raid a forest somewhere. Hopefully someone that has a lot of properties, so you can find fresh greenery. And we're going to start with an urn first and fill it with some sand.
Okay. So this is just where would you get the sand? I guess you can just buy bags of
Sandbox.
sandbox.
No, it's your summertime. It's universal, right? In the summer, the kids play in it. In the
Right.
winter time, you put it in the air.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's just,
You can
okay,
buy
that
that
keeps
bag
it
of
nice
sand.
and weighted so
Yeah.
that you don't have anything toppling over, right?
Yeah.
And this is just plastic.
It
right?
is
It's not-
actually. You can
yeah.
buy fiberglass, you can buy the wrought iron, but
Yes.
I actually prefer the plastic. It's got a little bit of a bigger base on it.
Oh, really?
Okay,
Yeah.
and it won't crack. I've
I
had ceramic urns and they've all been replaced,
Yeah.
right?
no.
Oh yeah, they crack.
Yeah, it's the cold.
We're too cold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So the plastic actually lasts longer.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's just sand. There's nothing else in here. No stone. Nothing to weight it down.
No.
The sand weights it down.
And once you put all the greenery and everything in, it'll
Yes.
freeze so it stays solid,
Oh.
and everything will kind of remain that way the whole entire winter.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So what do we start with?
Okay, so the
first?
first thing we're gonna have.
We're her lovely assistant.
Yeah, we're
we
excited.
want an odd number of birch pieces. So
Okay.
first we're just gonna start with different size of birch pieces. And we're gonna try and make sure they get in there really well. And you want to try and balance it, so try and keep looking as you're putting your
Okay.
pieces in, that you're balancing. Whoops, yeah, we'll just take the seal off
Okay,
as well.
and just for the record, this is normally not done inside, but today it was exceptionally cold outside, and we
And,
just sat here.
yeah.
We're a little bit of wimps here.
Yeah, we're not the winter girls.
No, but we are Canadian. We're proud of it.
Yeah, okay, so
Definitely.
we'll do 3 pieces, and just kind of balance them, so we can put our greenery in amongst it. Okay.
So when you pick these, like, you just pick whatever?
They're just
or do you have an
random,
idea? Okay.
they're just random pieces, but you want to try and get different, like, variety of sizes and everything. You can put smaller pieces in, but I just find these are a little bit more solid.
Okay.
When you add your greenery, it's gonna keep everything together. Okay, so next, we're gonna start, I like to get a different variety, so this is actually, this would be spruce.
Okay.
Yeah, so then you're just gonna start, and
Okay.
just,
Would you like us to help you,
Let's
Evelyn?
try putting in, we won't
Yeah.
do it as well as she does, but.
yeah, just as long as it's filling around,
Okay.
just around the base of it. And then we'll add some fillers in between.
So this is a spruce.
This is
Okay.
spruce, yeah.
And this will withstand our harsh
It
winter.
will.
Ooh, they smell nice
I
too.
know.
Yeah, it actually has an amazing smell
Wow.
to it. Okay, so we're just gonna keep adding around until we have enough to cover
Okay.
the base. And,
We're
these,
being attacked by the spruce.
yeah, these, you're gonna be, I was gonna say, you're gonna have a lot of little needles in yourself. Even if you're looking for a Christmas tree, these are like the short needles, so that's the
Yeah.
spruce. The longer ones are balsam.
It smells
We
so
have one
nice.
little-
I guess outside too, like sometimes when you bring these trees inside, the dryness of the inside actually makes the tree go brittle and.
It does, yeah. So if they're outside, the snow and everything just kind of adds to that and just gives it a little bit more, keeps it moist. If
Okay.
you want to go out, if it gets really mild, just go out and kind of spritz it, and that'll just kind
Okay.
of bring it back to life or whatever. And even like the sand, it'll retain the moisture,
Oh,
so then that'll kind of keep it more fresh as well.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're gonna add balsam, which is our long needles.
Ooh,
Here
yeah.
we go.
So we're just gonna add like little pieces in here.
Okay.
There's another couple pieces.
Thank you. She's
And this
down
is-
on the floor if you wonder where she went.
I'm hiding.
Evelyn's still here.
I've disappeared.
Oh, there she is.
That's fine. Okay.
Oh, and you've got some other
Yeah.
oh,
Okay. And so this, we'll add some cedar.
cedar, yeah.
Again, the smell of this is amazing. So I'll get you girls to put pieces in over there.
Okay.
We can just put them in random. These are just fillers. Actually, cedar I find works as a good filler.
So, Evelyn, could you explain what filler is for those people
Basically,
that may
you're
not
just-
know?
Okay, basically you're just trying to fill in the empty spots, because you're gonna
Okay.
have some empty spots in your planter. So
Okay.
you just wanna fill in.
You want
and
it to
it's-
look nice and full.
Yeah, and it's a little smaller.
Is there
Okay.
any real right or wrong way
No.
to this? Oh, okay.
No, just as long as you're filling in all your spots and giving it fullness.
Okay.
You can decide if you want it full, if you want it not as full. Depends on what your front porch area is.
Okay.
How big your front porch area is.
I know last year my friend brought me some. She has a beautiful forest, so she brought me some. And I only had a little tinier, and she brought me these big, huge pieces. And we put it at the front door. Everybody was being attacked as they were coming in the door.
Well, that's probably your, yeah, I know. I do the same, and then everybody's like, I try and trim off some of the
Yeah.
pieces, because it does get a little bit overwhelming.
Also, say you get a little bit of, you can just, yeah, okay,
You can
get
trim
it.
the
Yeah,
pieces
yeah,
off.
yeah, gotcha.
Like if it's
yeah.
too big, if
Yeah,
it's too much.
yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna add just little pine cones that
Okay.
again we
Oh, okay.
found from the
Nice.
forest. So we can just stick them in anywhere,
Okay.
just randomly.
So I guess the idea is you really do want to create, like, if you think you have too much, you really don't, because the fuller, the nicer it looks, right?
Yeah.
I guess people fault on perhaps not filling enough.
Yeah.
Right, I like
I've
actually
seen
making it nice and.
Yeah,
full.
generous, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. looks
Okay, so
beautiful.
now we're gonna add, these are actually curly willow branches that are just dried out.
Do you collect stuff like this in the summertime?
I
Is
do,
that the best thing
yeah,
to do?
because then it's
Yeah.
dry by the time, like, otherwise you're gonna have like wet. and
Right.
It's a little bit harder, so I'm hopefully gonna be able
Oh,
to
I
stick
love the
this in
curly
here.
willow. I've never heard of it.
Again-
I've seen it, but I've never heard of it.
Again, we should say, don't do this
Don't do this.
inside your home.
Yeah, it's a little easier to do it outside.
television purposes. I feel like I'm in the jungle.
We are, I guess.
Where's RaDeana? She's in the urn. We put her in the urn too.
Okay, so then we can add, this is dogwood.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's what she gave me last year.
Yeah,
was the
Oh,
dogwood.
is that the red?
It is.
Ah, see,
Yeah.
that I knew.
okay, so this is the red, and there's brown as well, but this is
Okay.
like a red. We're just gonna take the ceiling off here. Okay, so you're just gonna add it randomly.
Right.
Again, it's always good to kind of look from the front, which I'm not really doing. I'm just doing this random right now.
So periodically you would step back,
Just
make
step
sure
back
everything's
and-
balanced
yeah,
and.
make sure
right,
everything looks
yeah.
okay and stuff. Okay, so now we have just some ornaments that we're gonna add. These are ornaments on a stick.
Nice.
Okay, these can be purchased at any Michael's or Walmart, any place that has like a decorative, I guess ornaments, Christmas ornaments. But I found they're very reasonable at Walmart, so that's where I got them.
Now, do you change up your colors every year, or do you stick to the same?
I do, it depends. I like copper, so
Okay.
and I do like lime greens and that
Okay.
sort of color, so I'll kind of stick with those colors. And I gotta stick around.
Is there a color that's really popular this year? No.
No, you know what, any color is, whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you feel,
I was walking through one of the retail stores. I noticed the black ornaments. I mean, it would look beautiful on a white Christmas tree, but
Yeah,
I wouldn't put black in something like
no, it's a little too dark.
that. Yeah.
Okay. So we have a couple more. These are just small ones we could stick in. Again,
So you're grouping them all together.
yeah, just,
Nice, yeah.
these are more
That's very
fillers than anything else.
Very nice, yeah.
I'm trying to
Love
see.
that. It looks
Okay,
great.
It looks
It's
so good.
looking very
We
good.
can see it on the flip side of the camera, just so you know, we're cheating a little bit. We have a monitor in here.
Okay, and so lastly, I have ribbon to add. Now, you don't have to do this, but this.
Oh, this ribbon is fantastic.
Yeah, it's like a mesh, and you can actually form it. It's got like a sort of like a wire in the inside, so you can just kind of form it however you want. It gives it that fullness and everything. So
Nice.
yeah, so
Put it
we'll
in
just
your
add
Christmas
this.
tree. You can make wreaths out of it.
You can, yeah.
I love it.
There you go. So we're just gonna stick this in here, and I'll just try and make this look normal. Kind of hard when I'm getting stuck here with all the weights.
Watch your eyes.
I think she
Yeah, I
did
don't want to get my eye out here.
I think she did a pretty good job.
Oh, you did a
here.
great
Given what
job.
we were
Wow.
Okay, so this is just gives a little bit more fullness as well. You can also add some of the mesh around the base of it if you wanted to give it a little bit more fullness. But this is what your finished product would look like. And it really doesn't take that long to bring it all together. It depends again how full you want it. If you want it fuller, you can add more pieces, more branches.
Wow.
It all depends on how big you want to go.
So we have about a minute left here. You know, how did you, is this years of training? Where does this come from, or can anybody do this?
Anybody can do this, honestly. It's just, you know, you just have to have a little bit of creativity. Yeah, and just honestly go out and play with, you know, like the greenery and stuff, and it'll come together.
Very nice. Okay,
Yeah.
well, this is beautiful. Hopefully we've inspired you at home to
Hopefully we
be
can
creative. I think I'm in here somewhere. In the jungle. Yay! Anyway, well, thanks for joining us. I'm RaDeana.
And I'm Liz.
And this is RaDeana and Liz Uncut. Until next time, happy holidays.
Happy holidays.